Hello! Ayun. As you can see in the title, I just wanted to share to you some tips about actually going back to school as an adult. No? So, syempre may experience tayo about this because it's actually what I'm doing right now. Story time lang. I graduated back in 2014. So, since 2014, I've been working. Just the other day, I actually registered for our student hub sa New York Film Academy, and I actually saw my course load, no, and parang yung my Lasal page before. So, the website where the grades will be posted, as in parang, when they saw that I actually had a very mild panic attack, I became so anxious and so overwhelmed with the feelings na medyo bumagsak ako. No? So, I'm very nervous to start, and I'm very overwhelmed with all these feelings na nakita ko as in midterm GPA, final grade, yung mga ganun. And it became very real already, no, na oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna study again. I'm going back to school tomorrow. Parang ganun. So, nagpanic ako, as in I had to text my friends, my sisters. It was overwhelming to say the least. So I guess that's why I wanted to make this video, because for everybody out there planning to actually go back to school, to study again, kasi when I was starting this journey, I didn't see a video like this, I guess, but I found some resources, so it still helped. But I just wanted to share this experience also, and I wanted to share some tips, or maybe not tips, but suggestions that you can do to prepare yourself for this back to school journey. So first, you really have to have a clear goal and a clear mindset. You have to know why you're studying again, and you have to always go back to that when things start to be shaky, you know. So, for example, for me, my goal is really career change. You know? So, story time lang ulit, 5 to 6 years. I've done nothing but really work. I've worked in digital marketing, public relations, and the latest was in advertising. But I was always an ahensya girl, as in AE. AE talaga, accounts executive. So it's more of client management, project management, team building, and really leading the creatives, no, to perform a task or to deliver something for our clients. So I wasn't really unhappy, but I wasn't also fulfilled, you know. Hindi sa pagmamayabang, but I was actually doing great. You know? So I was learning, I was improving as an accounts executive, I was climbing the ladder, I had stable income, I had a comfortable life. And syempre, stressful, ahensya, advertising, guys. You know how that feels, you know, our puyat days, our OT days, na walang pay. And you know, lahat ng stresses that comes with the ahensya life. I had good office mates, I was having fun with my bosses, so it was really more of the work that I was doing in a very millennial way. I realized that I wasn't fulfilled, I wasn't doing something na I wanted to do talaga. I just woke up one day and really decided na this is not for me anymore. I want to pursue something na I really like doing and love doing, which is editing, which is film. So that's my goal. My goal is really a career change. So whenever I feel na parang I'm on shaky ground. I feel like motivation is going down. Like when I saw my car's load, when I was panicking, when I was getting all anxious about everything, I just tried to pull myself back. Um, Maybe take a step back and see the bigger picture that I wanted this, I want this career change, and I need this for my career change. And I need this to be able to do what I really love. And in the long run, I hope I get to work on something that makes me so excited to wake up in the morning, and get out of bed na parang yung cliche sa movies na pagkagising niya, yes, yes. Hindi lang yung parang zombie na you dread working. So I guess that's my clear goal, and I really think this will help you stay grounded and have that mindset and have something you can always go back to whenever things are unstable. Second, second is getting your finances in order. This is not something easy, of course, kasi I've been working hard for the past few years, and then all of a sudden, you don't get income, you have to use your savings. Sometimes talagang you have to even borrow money. For me, that's what happened. So, I loaned money from my parents, pero at the same time, I'm also using my savings. And it's really hard. So you have to plan out your budget consciously and accordingly. You have to really know all costs. Of course, you can always get a sideline. So that's what I'm trying to do. I have online jobs, and I'm actually looking at getting a barista job if my schedule allows it, or something, a dog walker, anything, just to help with my living expenses, especially because New York is so expensive. I'm not even kidding. But that's a story for another vlog. But you really have to know your expenses, from tuition, from transportation, down to the meal budget, and you know what you're getting into, so you're not overwhelmed. You don't want it to become something that you need to stress about, or that you have to stress about while you're studying. So prepare talaga. Budget accordingly. Third, you have to leverage your life experience. Life experiences in general teaches you lessons that cannot be taught in school, diba? So for example, think about your learning style. Think back to your professional experience and see how you actually adjusted, and really remember paano ka nag-survive. What did you do to actually level up? And then manage your learning. So by now, you know your own strengths and weaknesses. Mas kilala mo na yung sarili mo. I think that's the beauty of adulthood, I guess, compared to siguro your classmates who will be so much younger than you. You know yourself more, so you can actually manage yourself more. And take it seriously. Take it seriously. I know you will. I think everyone who aims to go back to school is very serious, because going back to school is actually a commitment. So it's actually not a joke to go back to school, because it's really a transition in all ways, so you have to take it seriously. Years of practical employment will make you think that studying is not as important or is not real work. But you have to remember that it is. It is real work, just in a different sense. you have to always remember to deliver. Whatever work ethic you had from your past jobs, you have to bring it to school too. So, if bibo ka sa work, maging bibo ka rin sa school, you know. Ask your professors kung anong pwede mong gawin. Don't be shy to ask questions also. Just because you're an adult or just because you're older than your classmates doesn't mean that you are not entitled to ask questions, or that doesn't mean you have to know more. Ako, I have to take my own advice because I'm always so scared to ask questions. But I know we have to in order to learn more. So don't be scared to ask questions. Be curious, be curious. And that way you can actually maximize the education and absorb everything that you can from it. Fourth, so set realistic expectations. So this is one of my bigger problems because if I'm being honest, I have this self-inflicted pressure na parang I gave up so much for this. My parents gave up so much for this. People believe in me. I appreciate all the support, but it also parang builds up some pressure because I don't know. I just feel like people expect me to really excel in this, and I'm scared that I why am I that that I won't be able to live up to expectations. So, pero I know no one is pressuring me. It's really self-inflicted, but I guess this is what I have to work on also. So if you haven't been to school in a while, of course, it's reasonable to assume na parang it will take time to get the swing of things, because matagal na since I last studied, I last did something that was actually graded, na parang I'm just trying to set my expectations and manage them in a way na wouldn't cripple me when I do something wrong. So you really just have to know yourself. I haven't studied in such a long time, like really studied, like do something that was actually graded. The last was 2014, so I'm just expecting at some point I will fail. I mean, I don't want to fail, but if I do, I have to be ready, or you have to be ready. Don't be too hard on yourself, and allow yourself to make mistakes. We're actually playing Monster of the Week, so it's this role-playing game like Dungeons and Dragons. But anyway, the only way you can level up is when you make mistakes. So, take that in and process it the way you want to. But one of the most effective ways to learn is actually making a mistake. So don't be too hard on yourself. Set realistic expectations, and don't think na right off the bat you're going to ace everything. You're going to I mean, it's good if you do. We all want that, pero if you don't, just breeze through it, process it, and then do better next time. Okay, man. Last but not the least, have a positive attitude. No, so I think this is very important as a person who actually used to be the negatron in the room. Having a positive attitude actually helps a lot, and especially if you change your mindset. Of course, sometimes when you start on a new journey or a new adventure, may adrenaline ba tayo? Meron tayong parang excitement that boosts us, you know? So, merong ramp up to it. So, for example, this is the first day of school. This is when you parang start to prepare. May ramp up. I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. But that optimism can actually fade very quickly. Gusto niyo may may charot, but it can actually fade fairly quickly, especially if the first week of school gets you overwhelmed. You have to always remain positive. So that's very cliche, but it's the simplest way to put it. When that first day hits, when that first week hits, or when the excitement dies down and the schoolwork actually starts weighing on you, it's not hard to lose your spirit. You know, it's not hard to feel loss of motivation, especially if, knock on wood, you don't do well. You might think, I should have stayed at work, I should have continued working, I would be earning so much by now. Trust me, I know that feeling. I actually had that feeling not so long ago, you know. Pero you just have to stay positive. Change is tough. Change is really tough. Don't forget to process all these feelings though. So that's very important. There's a thing, I'm sure you've heard of it, toxic positivity. So, sorry. I really don't like toxic positivity na parang, oh, everything is so good, everything is chirpy, birds all around us, you know. We have to accept that there can be bad days, there can be negativity. It's just that we can't let it win over us, you know. So process all the negative feelings, the anxiety, the loss of motivation, and process it. Ask yourself why you're feeling it, you know, and ask yourself what you can do to remedy that. I think maintaining a positive attitude correlates to processing all those negative feelings. Always go back to your goal and always remember that you wanted this. Stay positive. Those are the 5 ways I have for you to prepare yourself for going back to school. Ako, I'm actually starting school tomorrow, so I'm very nervous and excited and overwhelmed and scared and excited to start. So I'm gonna share with you guys that experience also. That's all for this vlog. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful. Just stay safe, wear your masks, social distance, please 6 feet apart. Don't hate. Don't let fear, anger, or hate eat your energy. It's not worth it. Stop Asian hate. Black Lives Matter. And yeah. Bye.